So guys, this is it. The video you guys have been waiting for. Something I should have done sooner than later, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna find out which pair of headphones is the best bang for your dollar. The Samsung Galaxy Buds or the Airpods 2.
Get lost, get faded, get high off the love I'm making. Go home and just late night. I do anything to feel alright.
Hey, what is up everybody? Michael here. Welcome back to another video. And guys, yes, I know you were probably expecting the Bose and the Sonys, but unfortunately I deleted the video, so I gotta redo it. But in the meantime, I'm doing a video that is long overdue. Comparison of the Samsung Galaxy Buds and the Airpods 2 with wireless charging case. Now I'm gonna describe to you guys later on as we gotta get out of here because I just bought these and it's freaking cold. So we're gonna do this video back when we get into warm, but I'm gonna compare the two brands, the most popular wireless headphones, one for Android, one for Apple, or you can use it for both. So we're gonna find out which one is the ultimate king of your dollar. But first, let's move. And we're in better locations. So before we get down to the comparison, obviously you guys like me, I like to do a nice unboxing, so I'm gonna do this quick before we get into the video. So here are the Airpods 2 in the case. I have not seen what they look like. These are the wireless charging case version, cost $199, but if you live in the state of New York, it's $216. That's pretty freaking ridiculous. Yes, I have to censor out my cursing. Opening these bad boys up, you get the standard made in California crap, and then we get our little dental floss. Pulling these out real fast, and of course at the bottom, as you know, there is a lightning cable, but no caring about that. We are here for these bad boys. Opening these up, I always love these little peelers. I'm sorry guys, it's so satisfying. I agree, it's satisfying. So here are the Airpods 2. They are very similar. I have on with me also Airpods 1. They are very similar in fashion. When you open them up, ooh, that's satisfying. The only difference this time around is the emitter is now on the front, so you can see when it's charging. There's also an emitter nowhere there. The back housing is similar, just a little stainless steel. But other than that, size, dimensions are all the same. But that's not what we're here for. We're here for a review. So here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to be using, with the thank you of my excellent girlfriend, Holly, who is also recording this, by the way, we're going to do this review on the iPad mini, because that is the device we're going to use, and we're going to take advantage of both headphones. So we're going to compare these two, and I'll also throw in the first one for sound quality-wise, but the main emphasis are these two. So first thing to start with portability. Both of these are very small, so there should be no problem at all carrying. This charges via lightning cable, convenient for iPhone users, and this charges by USB Type-C, convenient for Samsung users. Now these are intended to be for Samsung devices or an Android phone, but if you're an iOS user, you can use them. Same with the Airpods, but there is more functionality on them. So let's pair these up. Now the benefit with the Airpods 2 is of course that H1 chip, the newest chip. As you can see, it popped up on the screen. Hit connect, and just like that, connects. Now it does have the Hey Siri feature. I'm sorry if your phones went off. Set up Hey Siri. Now all we have to do is set them up. Hey Siri. Does it? Hey Siri, send a message. Hey Siri, how's the weather today? Hey Siri, set a timer for 3 minutes. Hey Siri, play some music. I feel bad for anybody's phone that goes off. And we're ready to go. Now we get our AirPods indicator, so let's start this video up right away. So putting them in, now let's start off with comfort-wise. So comfort-wise, when you put these in your ear, I haven't put AirPods in my ears in so long, but they still feel about the same, although these aren't in-ear headphones, so they are going to feel light and convenient, I will give it that. But for the most part, they both feel about fine. Nothing terrible, and also just love playing with that case. Now, compared to something like the Galaxy Buds, because these are in-ear headphones, and I don't know who that is. Guys, we had to take an important call. But now, as I was getting back to the Galaxy Buds, I will say one thing I noticed. The Galaxy Buds are a smudge heavier than the AirPods, but it's not something that's going to really make your ears feel discomforted. But when you put these in your ear, you will notice these are a better seal, and that's a twisting actually. Twist them in. These feel much better because, in my personal preference, because I like in-ear headphones, they're nice, securely snugged. You don't have to worry about anything. And most of all, it's much more comforting. So, yeah, I think that these fit well. I think both are fine. But if you want a more secure fit, Galaxy Buds are the way to go. But of course, that's not what we're here for. We're here for the sound test. Now, to do this, we're going to listen to two different audios. We're going to start it with the Galaxy Buds. We're going to play a song with some bass. And as you know, I like to do this. So we're going to do this really quick because we don't have enough time. But I am trying to do this, keeping it 100% real. So let's start with the Galaxy Buds. Let's put on Pray For Me. I always like that song. All right. All right, now one thing I forgot to mention, both have touch control, although it is more customizable on Android with the Galaxy Buds. But we'll get more into that at the end of the video. But now let's get down to the AirPods 2. Same song, same thing. It doesn't isolate the noise around you, but that's expected at this point. So let's put them on and listen to the same song. Okay, it is definitely much quieter. Wait a minute. Are you sure these are AirPod 2? Okay, sound-wise, let me just try the AirPods 1 real fast. I'm going to try these out. These are the original AirPods in comparison. Wow. They sound the same. That's actually pretty crazy. Okay, so something I'm immediately noticing is AirPods 2 sound-wise, they sound just like AirPods 1. Something I was already expecting, but I did not think it was going to sound that close. Although these were much more quieter, and obviously these sounded better, I will say they both sound similar because they're both, you know, not as wired headphones, obviously. But when it comes to sound quality, I think I'm going to give the edge to the Galaxy Buds because it's a much more cleaner, but this has more bass because I can feel the thumping of the bass, while these are more of a blended bass. And honestly, I gotta say, you know, I think they're both equal, but if I had to give the edge, I'd give it to the Galaxy Buds. Now, a couple of other things before you need to know. You have to pay extra for the AirPods with wireless charging. These do cost extra. They don't cost a standard price. This costs $199 versus $129, which is a big difference. Or you can buy the one without the wireless charging case for $159, regular price. But this still comes standard with wireless charging. And if you want the best experience for both, it's better to buy for brand. This is more integrated with iOS, of course, with the blank Siri. Matter of fact, we're going to do that real fast. I just want to give it a shot. So put them in your ear, put them in, and just like this, watch. Hey Siri, what time is it? Small delay, but still. That is the benefit with these AirPods 2. They now have the Hey Siri feature, and you can also access them without having to use them or double tap. But you still have your gestures if you still want to play and pause, but now you can use Siri for that. Galaxy Buds do not have a Hey Blank feature, but on Android they do have Bixby. Although anybody doesn't use Bixby, I am kind of shocked. So now it raises the question, which one should you get? Well, here's my thing. If you're an iOS user, it would make sense to go for the Galaxy Buds because of the H1 chip, the convenience of the H1 with better integration with iOS and also working with other stuff. And if you're an Android user, you could just go with this. But to be honest with you, I'm going to say go for the Galaxy Buds, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, these are tuned by AKG. AKG is a professional headphone and sound company. They produce great quality products, and AKG as a whole is incredible for their audio source. So these are the people in charge of these versus Apple's own. Now, I'm not saying anything terrible about Apple, but these sound much, much better. It's cleaner, it's balanced, and it's more alive, and it's a little louder than AirPods, in my opinion. However, that's not the reason. It's the price. $216 for AirPods versus $129 or $134 with tax for the Galaxy Buds. If you're on a budget, I would go with this because you get your wireless charging standard, you get good sounding headphones. Although the ecosystem won't, you can still manually pair these to other devices. You don't have to just be limited to one. You can switch it to your iPad, your Mac. It's more than one. The point that I'm trying to make is that you could save money but also get a good value in return. Now, not to discredit these. These do an excellent job with the you-know-what Siri feature. It definitely doesn't sound terrible, but it's still a little muddy, but better bass. But ultimately, my decision comes down to the average consumer and the income and money that they have. If you're on a budget but you want great sounding headphones that do the job with wireless, these will be fine. I think for $130, these are the best price and honestly the most reasonable. These are not terrible, but I don't think I can recommend them for $216. I think if you want the $160, that would be a little more fairer, but even then, these are still cheaper and they sound just as good. Now, of course, you may think I am biased, but again, I recommend these though if you are into Apple's ecosystem and you really, really want that integration, then go for it. I'm not stopping you, but as a sensible investment and purchase to your money, I would say go for the Galaxy Buds. And that's the comparison. I know it wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to do more in-depth, but this was all I had for now. But again, I want to thank Samsung for providing these. Obviously giving these headphones. I want to say thank you. No thank you to Apple because I had to buy these myself. But still, two great headphones for each its own. But I ultimately, at the end of the day, I picked the Galaxy Buds. So that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Please let me know down below, what do you think is your preferred headphone? If you like what you see, hit that like button. If you dislike what you saw, hit the dislike. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace.